Hi, I am Mia DeMarco. I am in the graduate program at the University of Denver for the Masters in Science Management program. And today I will talk about my South by Southwest session of the Unwell House. So I titled my notes for this, I Am Unwell. And if you know the Unwell Network, it is owned by Alex Cooper. She's one of the biggest names in podcast history as a female podcaster after signing a $60 million contract with Spotify. She is now branched out on her own and she created the Unwell Network. And this has just absolutely popped off in Austin, Texas for South by Southwest. Alex Cooper is a content creator and marketing genius. And this session exemplified this as she is seen as almost untouchable in the digital media industry. So to start for this session, I waited over 2 hours just to get in as this was a must-see event. We skipped dinner, waited in the dark, and I had to fight a spot just to attend as the capacity was limited at 200 people, but I think everyone agreed it was a privilege to be there. The event itself was so well thought out and thorough. Once you were inside, the drinks were free. They also did a partnership with St. James Tea, and they also had Carbone catered, and Mario Carbone himself dished up the viral spicy rigatoni and served accordingly at the event. This is also an event that just showed celebrity status. Mark Cuban was there, Remy Bader was there, Braxton Berrios, Alex Earl, Harry Jowsey, and so on and so forth. It was probably one of the most elite and VIP events that you probably could have attended this weekend. For more to touch on like the industry side of just content creation and marketing overall, Alex Cooper does have her own network called the Unwell Network and multiple outlets for media, including her podcast and also signing podcasts under her. And this event just showed how involved we really are with digital media. The whole point was to give her and this network more traction, which it did immediately. Line down the block for hours just for one post on her story saying that she was in Austin tonight. So the kind of traction that she gets is just crazy. Her moves during the event were really interesting. She didn't necessarily speak or have a ton going on at the event. She indulged herself in it, and meaning that she went into the crowd. She wanted to grab drinks with people. She wanted to get as many photos as she could with fans, and from that perspective, I would think that would be a bit overwhelming. And she only was out from about 9 to 9:45. But in that 45 minutes, her engagement and outreach with real life fans was just incredible, and that lives on because people want to have content with her so badly. I came home and immediately went through Instagram and TikTok, and it was all over for just a limited 200 people capacity being there. So I think that just shows how the involvement of digital media as well. Now, content creation and how it is executed is valued now more than ever. It is also more profitable now than ever, and the basis of just brand identity and engaging in these relationships with your fans is a giant factor in this regard. Also, there's so much visibility in publishing content going on. It is constant. So I said that she had one or two posts just to get people there, and then the aftermath of that is that it will live on. People will be like, did you see this? So this event showed just how you can be doing all these things, but also be taking it that extra level to have that fan base and allow yourself that visibility and exposure. Like I said, this was a must-see event. What was kind of interesting too is if you look on the South by Southwest schedule, the abstract for it says, "Get ready for an Unwell Texas hoedown like no other, complete with unparalleled programming, interactive games, as well as an exciting lineup of special guests and surprises, hosted by Alex Cooper of the award-winning podcast Call Her Daddy and her Unwell Friends," which I mentioned a little bit earlier. But it was a little bit interesting in this regard, as I feel like this alignment of this abstract and then what actually went on was different. So I think that's a really interesting part of this whole creator content and digital meeting as well, is and that could just be how the South by Southwest put it in, but I feel as though the other programs were very accurate and this one did not have those little things that were mentioned So more just like some more so like an interesting to point out on like having your program match up to like doing what you're say you're gonna do. But I absolutely enjoyed this event. Like I said, it was a privilege to be able to go, especially with the VIP of lineups and just showing the social media and side of this on how it is absolutely booming.